It's here at the moment, but it's not consistent.
Alright, well, if the stream is fucked, we might as well just keep going on recording. So I'll have the backups on YouTube. But,
That's fair.
Be careful!
Yeah, it seems like it might be stabilizing, but each time I say that, I've potentially been proven to be wrong. Anyway, I'm just... And do my rant.
Alright, Prof. Final Fantasy 15, rant, go.
Okay. From the top, Final Fantasy 15 was the Final Fantasy game where they decided, let's just have 4 dudes instead of a party with 2 genders in it. And the justification given for this was, I don't have the exact quote in front of me, but he wanted basically to have a Just Us Guys sort of atmosphere to it.
So the bachelor party on Weird Places actually was kind of...
Yeah,
yes.
basically.
I believe he said something about female fans being might hopefully being attracted by the sort of mystique of this is what guys get up to when there aren't girls around, which is stupid.
Spoilers, we all already know what men get up to when there's no girls around. Most of us have to deal with that, and it ain't great.
All the characters except for Arden look like fuckboys.
All the characters are fuckboys, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, they're not great.
Oh, Matt saying the stream looks normal, so that's good.
I refreshed and it seems like it's helping.
Alright, cool.
Like, it's basically fuckboys, the RPG.
Yeah, it is the RPG no one wanted and no one asked for.
Yeah, but yeah, like the thing that really bothered me about that description is the sort of low-key suggestion of the creators' belief that men and women can't be friends in the same way that men can be with other men.
Yeah.
And that there's like the Persona 3 to 5 or 4 to 5 at least, I don't remember, that guy, the writer for that, has said this explicitly, that he doesn't believe men and women can be friends.
Well, fair. He said that over 10 years ago, so I am willing to hope that guy has changed his mind.
Having played Persona 5, I feel like I'm not willing to give him a huge amount of benefit of doubt on that point.
Yeah, that's fair.
Isn't it implied at the end of all the social link maxing outs for the girls that they still have some sort of romantic feelings of you, whether you want them to or not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is really creepy because, like, Futaba is my sister now. Why?
Strong agree. Not to mention your teacher and all of that.
Not to mention...
But I have... well, you know, let's just save this because all of... I have... April is Autism Awareness Month. So during April, I will be streaming a lot of Persona 5 and talking about Futaba because she is my favorite character, and she is relevant to Autism Awareness Month.
I can't say that I have a favorite Phantom Thief, like, not even, like, when you count Akechi, like, in the Phantom Thieves, I can't even say he's the least favorite, because, like, you see all these beautiful children, and it's like asking me to pick a favorite child.
Alright, now, can I do this entire Divine Beast in 1 hour? Let's find out.
Right. Yeah. Well, while you're doing that, I am going to continue my rant a bit.
Yes, go.
That I'm, to my knowledge, not having played the DLC, and to my memory, there are exactly 4 female characters in FF15 of any importance. And to just go down the list, we have Sid, whose main purpose to the plot is to give you sexy car washes.
Not even sexy mechanic, just sexy car washes.
Yeah, like, she doesn't even do that much mechanicking. She, like, fixes your car, I guess, but it doesn't have any effect on anything.
So that's even worse than I thought. Alright.
Luna Freya, whose job is to be Noctis's love interest and then die. There's gonna be FF15 spoilers. I should have said that a few seconds ago.
Right,
No.
Final Fantasy 15 spoilers, guys.
It's okay, because, like, RP osmosis happened. Somebody on my timeline plays Luda.
Yeah, well, advance apologies for anyone who was on YouTube and
Right.
listened to this stream without having played FF15 in advance.
I don't know. Being a love interest and then dying seems pretty normal as far as fiction things go.
Yeah, there's a trope for it. It's called getting fridged. And that feels kind of relevant to what we're here to discuss, actually.
Yeah, like, she's extremely fridged to make Noctis sad and to motivate all the bros.
Ah, the man pain.
Then there's Iris, who is the first one who actually joins your party for about 12 seconds. Non-controllable as like a guest character.
Oh, great.
Her job is to be Noctis's other love interest.
Of course.
It never goes anywhere.
I was gonna ask if she died too.
No, she doesn't die. She just kind of quietly disappears from the story because they didn't know what to do with her.
Of course.
This seems like a hot mess.
Oh, it's absolutely a hot mess.
Then we have Aranea Highwind, who I actually kind of liked when I was playing the game. She's a Dragoon. Well, I mean, her job in the story is Hot Dragoon. And she's like a boss fight at one point, and then kind of cuts her ties with the bad guys, and is like, well, they're not paying me very well.
See, I would like that kind of character if she was not in... If she was in a different game.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I feel that's why, like, fanfic and, like, RP and stuff attracts, like, a lot of badly written characters, because it's like, I like you, you just need better.
I've always thought it was a fascinating concept, the idea of a character who's good except for how they're written. Because, like, I get it 100%, and I have that thought all the time, but it's like, characters are composed entirely of writing.
Yeah. I mean, God knows I've said that about Ruby a lot, just, I want to save the characters from the Ruby writing.
I like the idea of Ruby.
Yeah, I like the idea of Ruby. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, because, like, weirdly enough, Airlocked, aka the RP game I was in, has both... Okay, it has 2 Ruby characters, and then it has, like, all the FF15s.
Yeah, FF15s are wildly popular. Like, I don't know that's why. I understand why it's so popular. But if I'm being strictly honest, I kinda resent it a little because I hate... Like... I hate that it calls itself a Final Fantasy when it's like that. Like,
I just saw
okay, this might be Final Fantasy 15 spoilers.
We're already into those.
Yeah, it probably will be, but I've not actually played the game myself to be certain. But, from what I know of the game, it ends in,
Noctis dies.
Yeah, it's a rocks fall, everyone dies ending.
Kind of.
And that is so very not what Final Fantasy is that it actually makes me angry.
Well, I get what they were going for with it, because Final Fantasy has always been about death.
Yeah, but it's also been about how that doesn't, like... It doesn't automatically... Okay, like, Final Fantasy X is about death, and about how living is important despite that. Like,
I mean,
and it's
15
just...
does kind of go for the same kind of thing with its ending. It's just kind of weird and poorly written and poorly conveyed.
You just can't have, like, it's rocks fall, everyone dies, and it's,
I wouldn't even really call it that. It's just Noctis dies at the end.
I remember other people dying, but again, I haven't played it. This is just what I remember from reviews and YouTube videos.
Well, one of his friends gets blinded, and then I think the other two just kind of fuck off from the plot.
No,
To be fair, I would too.
That's part of my main, like, one of my main narrative construction issues with FF15 is how the whole story and mechanics and everything of the game are reinforcing this idea of the 4 Chocobros as friends and a unit that works together. And then you just...
That's what the fandom calls them, I know that much.
That is the best.
Then you fight the final boss one-on-one.
I saw that and I was like, that's bullshit.
And he doesn't even get like a weird giant space god second form, it's just you fight a guy. And that's the end.
Like, did they miss the point of Final Fantasy? I mean, yes, they did. They demonstrably did.
Yeah, but... it's like... There's a lot of things in FF15 where I can see what they were going for, but
you done fucked up.
For it better.
Yeah.
Things that could be better.
Everything.
Yes.
Which, to be fair, that is why I run this stream. That is why I bitch a lot, because things can be better.
Things can always be better.
And if I want to make things better, then I gotta talk about how they need to be better.
To actually talk about some Zelda design for a second, I feel like one of the problems with the concept for how they do the Divine Beast puzzles, where you're like controlling the beast from the inside, is that outside of the camel,
right,
you never really need to like wrap your head around the physical space of a beast that much, because there's usually like in this one there's 3 positions you can put in. For the lizard there's 2, and for the elephant it's just the trunk scale. And it's basically just becomes, if it doesn't work in one position, then just try it in the other.
Pretty much. On the other hand, it's kind of funny to imagine what this must look like to the, what this must look like to the Rito as it just starts tilting weirdly at everything. Okay. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm a super idiot. Of course, Link is also the idiot who can't put the ball in a hole.
I always do wonder how it... Never mind.
Wait, were you trying to just solve this puzzle with the bird level?
Yes. Listen. Okay, just shush, okay? I am a very smart person who has... I am a genius, okay? I am wise and smart and shut up.
I do think it says something about my experience with FF15 that the character I was most invested in was a car.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's actually very relevant to this stream as well, that they, made a party of 4 dudes, and all of them are straight. But that probably
Or at
wouldn't
least-
go for the, guys being guys without any girls around, tee-hee, tee-hee, that they have going with the,
Yeah. It's not great.
It's not great.
It's like,
Anyway, welcome to Hannah bitching about games she's never played.
It's okay.
There are 2 terminals
Yeah,
remaining.
like some of the stuff
You're
about like
almost
the
there.
theme of Final Fantasy and FF15's ending is like stuff where I would kind of say, like, it's probably better to actually see the ending yourself, because they do kind of have something going on with it, but it's also really weird.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of how to phrase what I want to say, that Final Fantasy 15 is, it doesn't... Final Fantasy 15
I remember.
isn't a Final Fan... Go on.
I remember I saw a screenshot and I was like, huh, that's an interesting looking game. And then it never occurred to me that that was a Final Fantasy game.
No, it's
I actually
not.
really like this setting, with like sort of fantasy Americana thing.
And then you have, like, this one anime guy in this setting full of otherwise reasonably dressed people.
I feel like Final Fantasy's art direction went wrong after FF9. Because it went for this... They ended up going for this style from like 10 onwards of like making the characters in the game look like J-pop stars.
Yeah, that they did.
Which is to say, like, kind of as realistic as they can make them look while still giving them nonsense outfits. And it makes for a very unexpressive style that isn't fun to look at. Whereas 9 had this, like, sort of super exaggerated look to it that it looked really interesting and memorable, and the characters were always making these huge faces, and it was fun and interesting. And not J-pop boys.
Okay, it bothers me that the head doesn't tilt with the rest of it. But anyway, yes, it really, Titus is basically gapped, right?
Is he? I wouldn't be surprised.
I think
That
it's
is
actually.
everything.
I think it's actually Squall, but although it would not really.
Who even knows? They're all... Anyway,
I mean, 9 looked good on the PS1, as Herrick asks, because it had not because of technology, or even that they were pushing the PS1 hardware that hard. Although, I mean, if you compare it to FF7, it does look incredible by comparison. It's because it had good art direction. The designs were good, and they used them well.
Like I said, cartoony art styles do kind of seem to age better than quote-unquote realistic ones.
wait,
Yeah.
why are you going that way? Fuck. Well, I hecked up. I super hecked up.
Yeah. Basically, they made FF8, and then they made FF9, and then they had a decision to make. And they chose wrong.
You chose.
Wait, why are you-
poorly.
Maybe that'll work? That... I chose poorly. I chose... I'm an idiot. I keep forgetting I can tilt
can't
the damn
wait to see
thing.
where this goes.
Oh no.
Oh lord.
Listen, you shut your goddamn mouth.
Didn't you just throw a bomb and hit yourself, but also the eyeball, or is it arrows only?
The answer is shut up.
I'm just having Game Grumps flashbacks. Wasn't this the dumbest death?
I don't know, but shut up.
I remember when they were doing Va Meadow, there was like this one part where they tried to shoot a bomb arrow into this, but they miscalculated and and they instead missed and shot the roof of the thing you're in, and so Link fell to his death.
absolutely have shot the roof of this thing a couple times now.
Yeah, it seems like the arrows have kind of
Why
a weird...
would they make this stasis-able if that was not the solution?
I mean, it very well may be. Just sit and hit it a couple times so it moves a little bit away.
I did. That was not ideal.
They make a lot of things stasisable that aren't really required for anything, though. Just
Yeah, I mean, the game is full of objects.
but
There we go.
also, I don't really think that's necessarily like a flaw in the design, because the whole point is that there's multiple solutions to
Oh god, too far, oh my god. Really?
a bunch of
Yeah,
bunch
a
of
lot
problems.
of puzzles in Breath of the Wild don't really have an intended solution.
There we go.
You cannot stop the bird from turning all the way, to my knowledge.
I mean, you kind of can, but it's like... You have to, like, get it and stop it, and then...
Holy shit, you're running out of arrows.
That's
I'm
what
good at
happens
video
in
games. I'm
Breath of
good
the Wild.
at video games.
Okay, but I mean, you should have maybe bought more at the arrow store.
I'm good at video games.
Anyway, as long as we're into full FF15 ending spoilers, and I'm already in the momentum of ranting about it,
Go for it.
here's the thing that does bother me about FF15's ending, is that there's this whole, like, Destiny bullshit going on in the game, like there always is, and it kind of culminates in you having a conversation with Bahamut, where Bahamut, like, tells you, he's like, you're gonna fight the bad guy and save the world, and then you're gonna die! And Noctis is like, well, that sucks. And then the ending of the game is that gets resolved by you fight the bad guy and you kill him, and then you save the day, and then you just kind of die for unclear reasons, and you don't do anything about it.
So it's literally just Final Fantasy X? That they literally just made Final Fantasy X again? Except worse?
In 10, there was a reason for why why the sacrifice is supposed to die at the end of the journey and shit.
And in 10, girls actually got to do shit.
And in 15, it's just like, he gets to the end and there's no threat to his life anymore. And he's like, well, guess I'm gonna die now. Roll credits.
Guess I'll die. I mean, that's...
Pretty much, yeah, it's just that meme. That's the ending of FF15, is that guy in the red sweater.
Guess I'll die. Alright, well, I mean, relatable.
That is incredibly relatable. Guess I'll die.
Hey, fuck
FF10
you.
is FF10 is a really weird game, but
Well,
I feel
I
like
like...
it's one of the more...
Go on, I'll get to my thoughts.
I also feel like it's one of the more thematically coherent Final Fantasy games. That it's like, it's
Death sucks,
capital
but
A
don't give up.
about something, and it sticks with it for the whole game. And good on them.
It's basically, death sucks, but don't give up.
Yeah.
Death is inevitable, but life is worth it. It's Persona
And, like,
3, except better.
A lot of, and just so much of it actually sticks and coheses with that idea. Instead of the usual, like, honestly, like, FF6 onwards thing of just cram as many scenes as you can into the game and make it as exciting as possible.
Yeah.
And then hope it turns out to be about something later, but if it's not, hey, at least you had a fun adventure. I shouldn't say, I mean, FF6 is a very well-composed game, I should say.
Yeah, no, I love Final Fantasy VI, but there's only so much you can do on a Super Nintendo.
I had somebody who plays Arden, like in RP, say, oh yeah, he's perhaps the one Final Fantasy villain that's more batshit than Kefka.
I'm calling bullshit. Okay, you know, having played Monster Hunter World, there is, I think, one thing missing from Zelda, from Breath of the Wild, that it sorely needs. And that is an option to make the Hylian to make the characters, the voice lines, speak Hylian language.
To do what? I'm sorry?
To change the voice line to Hylian language instead of English.
That
Is
would
that
be
a thing
cool.
in Monster Hunter?
Yeah, in
that a
Monster
thing in-
Hunter World, you can make it the Monster Hunter language.
Oh, neat.
You have to do it from the title screen, but once I found out that was an option, I instantly did that and have not changed back since.
That seems like a really nice world-building little detail.
You know what's... Matt says, you know what's funny? Final Fantasy Record Keeper straight up paused the release of the main four as playable characters, and released the female characters instead. Even the mobile game knows that Final Fantasy 15 has too many dudes. That's pretty fucking good. Yikes.
Whenever somebody says yikes, I just imagine it in pink, glittery.
Yeah. And, I mean, yeah, Varric, since we have... I mean, look at the Hyrule Historia. They basically have to have a Hylian language by now.
They do, but there's the Hylian script, but it's just a cipher of English/Japanese.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they can make up something. Give me a random conlang if that's all you need. Just give me something.
That thing is one of
If you
Dead's own, and it
if-
plays dirty. It
The
defeated
whole
me
thing
100
is, I
years
mean,
ago,
if you want...
but only because I was winging it.
I'm sorry
I can't
for
believe I'm
interrupting.
actually saying
Go ahead.
this, but you must
The
avenge me,
Sims
Link.
actually has a more coherent conlang than The Legend of
His aim is
Zelda
dead on.
does,
Watch
and
yourself.
that makes me sad.
Yeah, I
Well,
mean... Ow. I deserved that.
but they
Only
have,
because I was winging it. Hey!
Was that
very
strictly
easy.
necessary, Revali?
It's very easy to make a conlang, but it's very hard to make a good conlang.
I mean, true, but conlangs are amazing. What the fuck? Ow.
Absolutely, but I can understand if it wasn't in their budget.
I can understand too. Although what I'm saying is like they could have done like some Hylian sounding Simlish basically.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
And
it's like
then,
Listen,
you need
Varric,
to come up with a good,
shush.
consistent phonology for it, basically.
The gun looks like an eye. It counts enough for me.
so because I know there's like some world building nerds that are like, "Arr, they didn't do that." Like there were some people who were mad because they were world building nerds, and then the Black Panther font was just like a cipher or like a sexy font for the movie. And I was thinking, man, you know, they went through a little bit of extra effort, but
Where are
feel
you?
like
Oh, you're all the way up there. How about no? Or I could fuck
How-
up because of my stamina.
I feel
Or-
like this boss is the real pinnacle of the I hope you have enough arrows or just go home.
It really is.
this is why I obsessively buy arrows whenever I go to a store.
Same.
Oh, me too.
It's also, I hope you have enough stamina. I usually buy as many arrows as I can, but it has been a, okay. It has been... I have not had a lot of extra money this stream. This playthrough. No, fuck you. Oh yeah,
I
this,
do.
I've played too much Monster Hunter, and I forget Link takes fall damage.
Yeah. I just remember though, because I'm used to most other Zelda. Like I said before, when I first started playing this game, I ran off a cliff and died, like
Keep your
first
head in the
5
game.
minutes. Because I was used to other games where Link only takes like a little bit of fall damage and not realistic fall damage.
You know, maybe running into the gun was a bad idea.
I saw a video where a guy beats this game without climbing.
That makes
I
me
have
so mad.
concerns.
The hardest part, by all accounts, was the first 3 minutes of the game, where you just come up to a cliff and it's like, climb it for the tutorial. And he spent like an hour, or like 3 hours, like pushing boxes around to build a staircase.
That's amazing.
And then after that, by all accounts, it's not that hard.
I mean, I was gonna say why, but I guess if you beat Mario 64 in 1/2 A press, you gotta come up with something.
The same guy also did a video proving that it's technically possible to beat Super Mario Odyssey without jumping.
Oh my
Of course,
god.
of course he did.
But without jumping.
Well,
Without-
the game, to be fair, has some weird ideas about what counts as jumping.
Also, look at how much damage the gunshots are doing, though.
Holy
It's doing
shit,
a pretty good amount.
But without jumping, what does Mario have in life?
He
A
has
hat.
the hat.
A wonderful hat.
He
Your,
has
your primary form of mobility in the no jumping run is to just throw your hat forward and then bounce off of it.
Oh shit, fuck. Okay, there we go.
Although this was made a bit trickier by the fact that he discovered that when you interact with an NPC, the game technically counts it as a jump because you pressed A.
That is...
hilarious.
Like, the game's definition of a jump, according to like Toadette at the end, who keeps track of your stats, is if you press A at ground level.
That's interesting.
So if you
And-
talk to somebody, you jump.
Unless you face towards them, jump, ground pound, and then press A before you hit the ground.
Oh my god.
That... And so, of course, there are people who have done that. They beat the
There is,
game.
to my knowledge, one person who has done that. But he did it. He got the jump counter down to 0.
How do you do so? Do you have to bounce off the hap and then do a ground pound in this kind of run?
Yeah, you would have to.
Because I know
That's-
there's some puzzles where you have to ground pound.
Oh, well, you just don't do those puzzles.
Well, I mean, isn't there one where like Cappy gets kidnapped by the vulture and you have to do that?
There's actually a shenanigansy speedrun strats way to do that doesn't involve doing things properly.
Oh my god. Of course there is!
Oh, okay.
I
But
love
yeah.
bomb arrows. Bomb arrows are... You know what, in this game, forget Mifa or even Urbosa, bomb arrows are my waifu.
Kind of like how the character I wanted to date the most in Persona 5 was the UI.
Yeah, pretty much.
The character I want to date most in Persona 5 is...
Makoto,
Actually, no, because she is my daughter.
that's fair.
Her sister, though.
Yeah, that's fair. That is extremely fair. I mean... If we're talking about, like... Takemi is amazing. Takemi is like, yeah, I'm gay. I wish she was not dateable, which is like weird.
Well,
Alright.
Persona 5 is full of its lovely and horrible double standards.
Yes,
I have-
anyway, so, since we're
mean-
saving Persona 5 for April,
Well, I'll be plotting.
since we're
like-
saving...
I'd like to date Takemi. I would not like a teenage
Who would've
boy to
thought?
date Takemi.
Anyway, we're saving Persona 5 for April. Anyway, here's a bird
Okay.
ghost. I guess birds have ghosts. Fish have ghosts.
I'll stop talking
Well
about
done.
Persona
I
5
suppose
until
I should
April.
thank you
I
Thank
can
you.
probably hold out that long.
This
Well,
will
it's
turn
only
the meadow
this
back to its rightful owner.
wait, Sunday.
Yes.
Yeah,
So,
like I said,
Don't
I
prune
can probably
yourself
hold
just for
out.
doing your job.
anyway, shut the fuck up, Revali.
You've proven your value as
Um,
a warrior.
Shut-
A
So,
warrior worthy
now,
of my unique
for
ability,
those who aren't in my
secret skill
Discord,
that I have dubbed
um,
Revali's Gale.
You fucking overdramatic, shitty piece of shit. Anyway, so,
Shut up with the bird puns, you fucker!
So... So, for those who aren't in my Discord, if you do want to get in my Discord, say the word and I will drop an invite, or I will make one of these two drop an invite. But either way, I have posted my previews for next streams, and Wednesday's stream is titled, Which Do I Hate More? Escort Missions or Stealth Missions? Which is me deciding whether I want to do the Gerudo, which is a stealth mission, or the Gorons, which is an escort mission.
The princess.
And I hate them both. I hate them both so much. I hate them both so much.
Do you hate them almost as much as Revali?
I hate them more than I hate Revali.
My favorite thing about Revali is how he has some line that in English is like, good luck getting that done, or whatever as he flies off, but in the Japanese dub line is just ha 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 ha.
Yeah, that sounds right. Okay, here's what makes me question this. Like, according to all of the Rito, Va Meadow has been just terrorizing anyone who flies too high, terrorizing the Rito, just making things miserable for the Rito. And now it's coming to rest right above Rito Village. Like, they must be freaked out by this, or they should be.
Now,
but
what are they gonna do about it?
I mean, especially because it looks like... Let's be honest, it looks like Va Meadow is about to take a shit.
Or at least like that perch is going to snap like a twig under his
Oh, that
strength.
too. That's been bothering me. Like, how is that rock?
No. Oh no, I had a horrible thought, and I'm just gonna put it on my plurk because I don't really want to spend time on the stream talking about it.
Sounds great.
I'm scared.
Yeah, I promise it is Breath of the Wild related.
I doubt you'll suffer a feather over a
I'm
few
scared.
more moments.
You should be.
I'm very scared.
Okay, right now, I'm gonna do this.
Okay.
After all these years, I simply must admit the truth. Even without the power of flight, Link made his way to this divine beast and accomplished something that even I could not. Guess I was wrong about
Shut the fuck
how
up,
lucky
Revali.
you'd be. I hope that luck holds out, Link, for everyone's sake.
So, like, in the backstory to this game, did anyone ever, like... Did Zelda ever tell anyone that the Divine Beasts can be piloted by ghosts?
I don't think she expected that to happen.
I'm just saying. Anyway, now I have Super Jump, which means this game is suddenly a lot more accessible. And there's a bunch of side quests I'm just not gonna do.
Yeah, it's probably the best of the game's powers, honestly.
I am pretty fond of Urbosa's Fury, because that's just fun. But yeah. Shut
That's
the
the
fuck up.
lightning one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was how I beat the final boss.
And then Daruk is just a, it's a shield that will auto-parry anything. But, like, if you are good at parrying, then shrug.
You have gained the power of Daruk's Sandstorm. Damn, that was a long, awkward silence.
I mean, it would have... literally anything would be a better skill than... Here's, like, parry, which you can already do. Alright, okay, I think my new plan is to go to the Lost Woods and find Hestu, because I am fucking tired.
We're all fucking tired.
I am tired of having no inventory space. Where the fuck was... The Lost Woods was up here, right? North?
Oh no. Oh no.
What's...
I
oh, no.
just reloaded, so my character has been in Deadland in Airlock for some time right now. So it mostly just refresh threads on the living.
Right.
Things have gotten so bad that Noctis has eaten a vegetable.
So, hey, Prof, let's talk more about why
Yes.
Final Fantasy 15 characters are terrible.
I actually didn't... Like, the thing that's almost more frustrating about FF15 is I didn't really hate a lot of the dialogue.
Oh, shit.
Like, they did a decent job throughout the game of selling the bros and their friendship. It was just... they weren't what I wanted, you know?
They weren't girls.
That.
Okay. As a huge lesbian, like... Okay, no. I'm not even gonna get into that. As a fan of Final Fantasy since I was very little, I hate Final Fantasy 15 because I feel like Final Fantasy has always been, you suffer for a while, things are shit, but in the end, like, the more you suffer, the suffering is always worthwhile in the end. Like, if you fight and fight and fight and work your hardest for it, you will get a happy ending.
That's certainly the usual way things turn out. Like, I would say that the theme of Final Fantasy as a series is Memento Mori.
I mean...
It's... like, you're going to... it's... someday we're all going to be dead, but... except come to terms with that and live a life worth living because of it.
Right, what's in here? Oh, the Great Eagle Bow.
He
All
looks like the annoying-ass owl from Ocarina of Time, and I am convinced that that's intentional.
But,
I wouldn't be surprised.
I
Yeah.
hated that. I hated
well, maybe
that.
that's the thing. But yeah, maybe it has Memento Mori as a theme, but like, in the end, it's always that love and friendship win the day. The only time I can think of where that doesn't happen is Final Fantasy X, and then 10-2 goes back to say, you know what, actually, love wins the day after all.
Actually...
I haven't played 10-2, but I do feel weird about my understanding of it.
I was not very good at it, but I still have a very soft spot for it because it's, basically it's a story of, yeah, okay, Spira is fucked up. It is incredibly fucked up, maybe even beyond repair, but they're still getting... It's about how Spira as a whole is moving on, and Spira's recovery from the everything they knew being revealed to be a horrible lie. And I think it's a good story to have.
The other one I would say that gets kind of into the same kind of bleak for its hero space is the original FF1.
I mean, I am known to absolutely hate the, and then it never happened. Your heroes have suffered and get no reward. But it kind of, like... I mean, first of all, FF1 was an NES game. What are you expecting?
Yeah.
And also, it's just... In FF1, it's like, okay, well... This is... literally... Like, by the time you get chaos involved, you know, retconning out the entire adventure is basically your good end. So, like...
Really, the whole endgame plot of FF1 just made absolutely no sense, but it was an NES game, so people were used to that.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I interpreted it as a kid as Garland was becoming immortal via a time loop. Like, he lives forever within these 2,000 years. And
but it's like, at the same time, like, that's not how a time loop would work. It's like, you wouldn't live forever if you did that. You would just go through the loop, but you wouldn't stop aging.
Chaos,
And,
okay? Just accept chaos.
Yeah, I mean, really, the narrative purpose of FF1 was to upstage Dragon Quest, so...
Well, I mean, it was their last hurrah, but everyone knows that story.
In theory. I always have kind of wondered how apocryphal that story is, but it wouldn't surprise me either way.
But, yeah, it's, words are hard.
FF2 and 3 also slaughter a lot of their named characters kind
Right.
of relentlessly.
But, I mean... again, NES. Like,
Yeah.
at that point, naming a character and then killing them is the closest you can get to emotional investment on a NES 8-bit game.
We've come a long way and things have gotten weirder.
That's true.
Like, I've been kind of at odds with Final Fantasy's sort of development sensibilities since 13.
I've had... I don't know, I don't like 13, like, I would adore 13, I think, if Vanille was the viewpoint character. But as it is, I don't like Lightning. I feel bad for saying it, because she should be stuff I like, but as it is, she has always read to me as Cloud. She is Cloud, except a girl. Which is, like, on one hand, I should be grateful that we get, that we get a female protagonist who is just like a male protagonist. It's nothing is ever made of it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is the Shield Surf teacher. Yeah, fuck that.
And even that kind of seems to fall apart in the sequels.
Oh.
When it becomes increasingly clear that Lightning is just the director's waifu. Woo, surfing.
Fuck you, Korok.
Yeah, my understanding of the development of FF13 is that it's incredibly style before substance.
Well, I mean, also while we're talking about 13 and 15, honestly, I feel like 15 would have been forgivable. I wouldn't have been happy, but it would be forgivable if it was a spin-off side game. And that's what it originally was. It was...
Yeah, versus 13.
Yeah, it was versus 13, and if it would have been versus 13, that would have been acceptable. Even more so because 13 had... basically everyone who mattered was a girl.
So as a spin-off game, it would have been like, so here's these other people who are less important than Lightning.
Right. Less important than Lightning, less important than Vanille. These are other people doing things. But then, by making it a numbered title, it became something else different. That you can't, like, 10-2, one of the common responses I have gotten to my complaints that it's only men in, in 15 is, well, 10-2 was only girls and you didn't care about that, which is, first of all, that isn't at all a fair comparison.
No.
And second of all, even if it were, 10-2 is a side game.
Yeah.
Like, it's... 10-2 is not part of the main numbered series. You can't compare them the same way. And again,
Yeah.
I wouldn't...
like,
Oh, go on.
even, it's just like in general, the idea that 15 started development as a spin-off game as a sequel, and then was retooled like 4 years into development to be an original property is just, that's such a mess. Like,
Yeah.
what was going on at Square? What goes on at Square Enix that this shit happens?
And then there's Type 0, which is like... It was going to be, Agito 13, and then, like, I don't know when it became Type 0 instead of Agito 13, but it is to the point... It was at the point where they still had the Lassie, the Falsey, and, it had all of that stuff. Ooh, Sledgehammer. And, of course...
Did you forget about fall damage again?
Maybe a little. Oh, this one is golf, I remember. Okay, yeah. Got it.
Right, this. Right, that just gives you a new one.
That did not do it. Okay, new plan. I'm going to save here real quick, because if I break my hammer doing this, I'm gonna be kinda sad.
Hammers are very durable, but it is always a possibility.
Yeah, especially with, No!
What happened? I'm in a different tab.
I'm bad at Hylian golf.
Ooh, overshot.
Maybe?
It's like the point
Oh, that's
I
a little...
keep kind of trying to get at is just the extent to which modern Final Fantasy feels very designed by committee, I guess. And it's like everything is ultra tuned to do whatever they think is going to make the most profitable Final Fantasy game. And that's how you end up with Final Fantasy 13, with them developing cutscene animations before they finalize the plot.
Yeah.
And you end up with that shit where, like, Lightning has, like, a gravity control device that she can use for, like, 1.5 cutscenes, and it's like, oh, it broke, and it's never mentioned again for the rest of the game, because they hadn't designed the game when they made that first cutscene, and then they were like, oh, we guess we can't put that in the game, so this is awkward. Oh, that's... yeah.
My iron sledgehammer is badly damaged.
Oh, that's why we saved.
Yes, it is.
And it's like, it doesn't feel like there's any artistic vision to them. They're just being made so that Square Enix can get rich.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Wait, what the hell? Is this... Wait, is this supposed to...
I guess you can't save in mid-shrine.
No, that's not... No.
Oh.
Watch.
Oh. Yeah, that's probably supposed to happen.
Are you sure? This does not look like it's supposed to happen.
I do that all the time, in real life.
Yeah, of course you do. Link's just, you know, working out on the Stairmaster right here. Okay.
I had my phone turned off, so it did not ping me for my meds.
Oh.
Fortunately, I only missed the timing by like 20 minutes.
Well, that's good.
Ah, shit, but I did totally miss one earlier.
Okay, 5. Is 5 good? Are you serious? I reload and then I one-shot it. Okay, you know what? That's a full-in-1, and no one can tell me otherwise.
Sure. I'm in. I was there and it happened in one hit.
Thank you. Perfect.
I was there and it happened in one hit.
Thank you. Oh my god. Oh, okay, this looks like misery. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm hoping that's it. Okay, yes. Was that strictly necessary? Like, honestly, was that really... Wait, no. Alright, but there's a treasure chest back here, so I've gotta... One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, let's try 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that was not it. That was not it at all. Yeah, I will agree, Matt, that Final Fantasy, Bravely Default was a better Final Fantasy than Final Fantasy 15.
I really felt like I should have liked Bravely Default more than I did.
Okay, why are you doing this to me, game?
Dark Souls was a better Final Fantasy than Final Fantasy 15 with Final Fantasy.
Honestly, if
Wasn't
we're
that
going
a
for like
GDQ question?
weird, emotional, death-related stories, then Dark Souls kind of is a Final. There you go.
No, asphalt.
I'm not going to try and argue that in a court of law.
So, if weird death-related stuff is what makes a Final Fantasy, then is
Durability.
Coco a Final Fantasy?
Is what?
Is Coco a Final Fantasy?
Yes.
Miguel absolutely deserves to be a Final Fantasy protagonist.
Does he have exactly 3 female sidekicks? I think it was just his mom.
What was that? Oh my shitting god!
You okay?
No, I'm not okay. I will never be okay again. I will never be okay as long as I live. Okay, but how am I supposed to... 5 hits isn't far enough, and 6 hits is too far.
5.5?
This is not Mario 64! I'm not gonna get a half A press!
5 hits and then shoot an arrow at it?
I guess. I forgot to hit stasis.
Wait, is this for the...
This is for the treasure
quest or
chest.
just for the...
This is for the bonus round, but I want my treasure.
Like, I know that I can't stop you from doing this, but I do need to at least say that there is not going to be something worthwhile inside that chest compared to how much effort this is taking.
What if it's a diamond?
What if it's a
How
diamond?
did that happen?
A spear is actually a good idea. Do I have? Save me, Mifa! Okay.
Mifa's off in the afterlife, so this is what you're doing with our sacred weapon, huh?
Damn fucking right. Oh my god, that did nothing! That did
Using
nothing! Oh, that's the wrong. That's not gonna work at all. That didn't even. Fuck you! Well, one of you, like, go look on Google and see. This is the Miro Shah's shrine. Well, one of you go Google what the bonus round even is. What is this going to give me?
Miro Shah's shrine. Bonus chest. Okay.
Yeah, oh my god, I think that would've, no, that would've gone way too hard.
The shrine generously provides you with another
Yeah,
iron
it gives me 2 iron sledgehammers and...
Oh, and then granting you a giant ancient core.
Fuck, I actually do need that.
Oh, that's good. That's unfortunately good.
Okay, you know what? I don't even fucking care. I'm officially done with this. We have done it. We have seen me. We have seen the limits of my greed, and it is this.
Alas, you still got the orb.
I have
Oh. The orb. The orb.
orb. Ow. Okay, that's really hard to do now. Ow. You shut the fuck up. I don't care about the fucking promise of a hero. Because this Hylian golf is bullshit.
So is this Hylian golf?
Apparently, Sheikah golf, Sheikah slate golf, Sheikah croquet, I don't know what it is, but I hate it. Why would they do this? Why would they do this? What?
Because the people who made the shrines hate you. That's why.
What have I possibly done to deserve this?
Isn't there one DLC for this game where you go inside the shrine and you fight somebody, but it's just like one of those mummified monks?
Yes. It's pretty great, actually. That
Golf
fight...
is transphobic.
Huh?
Golf is transphobic.
Yes! Golf is transphobic. It is inconveniencing me personally. Ugh, oh my god. Okay, I really should be wrapping up, but given that we had all that stream problem earlier, I'll keep going until I get to the top of this tower.
Okay.
Hooky hooky.
So if you have any last-minute rants about things that are on topic,
Oh, on topic.
or off topic, but on topic, I figure we should probably try to keep on topic.
The towers
Yeah.
are the towers are homophobia.
The towers are giant eyedroppers, so I'm never getting over that. They're eyedroppers. They have the little drop that goes into the Sheikah Slate's eye.
Yup.
Does anyone else hate those two girls who keep hunting for truffles and then getting the crap beaten out of them by goblins? Especially when I'm in Hotternot Village, and then in the morning when I leave, they're always in the woods.
I am oddly glad that my title for that seems to have stuck.
Hotternot Village?
Yes. Listen, we've seen from my Monster Hunter that I love stupid nicknames for things. So, Hotternot Village is pretty good.
I still go there from time to time, partially to visit the statue, which you still need to visit the statue. Okay.
Oh, you're a moblin.
And then also partially to like, well, you know how there's that one shop where you can dye your clothes?
Right.
I love that shop.
That's fair. Hey,
So-
fuckers! What up,
And also because-
fuckers?
Also because my house.
Yeah, I don't have a house yet. Ow, you kicked me! You son of a bitch. Or daughter of a bitch, I don't know how to tell moblins apart.
Yeah, the game is pretty quiet on the subject of moblin sexual dimorphism.
But we know all about the Zoras and the,
Well, yeah, because they have titties.
yeah, and the Rito.
Do the Rito have titties? I forgot.
The Rito
Yes.
have bird titties, yes? Hey, fucker. Oh my god, that snipe was so good. Just right in the back of the head. It would have been nicer if it had done anything, but still, that snipe was so good. Speaking of sniping so good... I don't know how I just set you on fire, but I'll take it.
It really irritates me in this game how it reminds you of your shield damage every time you pull it out.
I mean, on one hand, I agree in theory, but in practice, that has actually saved my ass a few times, so I'm just like...
Yeah, like, I get it.
Same.
It's just annoying.
Oh, this fucking tower. If I had realized it was this one, I would have saved Revali's Gale. I'm sorry, Revali's Gay.
Revali's Gay is ready.
Yes, it is. I gotta be honest, I came up with that name, and then built an episode theme around that.
Oh no, not the Whiz Rose. What? What?
Oh my god, I screen capped that. That was good. Guess what I just got from the same chest right in front of an... Oh, you
Oh
fucker.
boy.
Hey, look at that.
Oh my god.
No, 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 come back, come back, come back, come back, come back, come back, come back. It's gone.
Oh my god.
Oh well, that was beautiful. That was...
Oh shit, oh shit! No! There it goes.
Top 10 saddest anime deaths.
Top 10 anime betrayals.
Wait, what? That's it? One topaz and one amber, but I mean, who cares about amber?
Amber doesn't come from rocks, Breath of the Wild.
I feel like that's a very bad thing to say, considering I have a very good friend named Amber. But,
But did she come from a rock?
you know, I'm
We weren't there
not
when
gonna
she was born.
ask. That's not my business. And now
Right.
Cryonis puzzle. That would be so much easier if I had kept some casts of Gale ready. I mean, is that accurate? Is Revali's Gale something you cast? Is that if I had kept some casts ready,
You can cast it if you want to.
you can leave your friends behind.
It's your spell, and you can cast if you want to.
It took me
And if they don't
ages.
cast, they ain't no friends of mine.
It took me ages to realize that you can do Cryonis in the mud.
Yeah, that's something that could be explained better.
This place took me forever to get through, though.
I mean, like,
Hey, who's spitting at me?
I guess.
Oh, it's raining! It's raining! Guys, it's raining!
Uh-oh.
Weather update. It's raining.
Do you know what raining means?
It means a lot of things, and most of them are bad.
It means fuck this.
It means you're gonna be here for a while.
Yes, it will. So, let's all make ourselves comfy. Hello, chat! How are you feeling today?
I heard a meow. Is there a cat in? Any of you?
I
Neither
want a
do
cat. I love cats.
So that was a ghost cat. Okay.
The cat must be coming from inside your home.
I don't have any cats.
Not that you know of.
The cat is coming from inside the house!
Well, for an actual on-topic comment, however brief it may be, when I was a dumbass college kid, I was generally in the boat of not getting, like, I could never really understand why Fanworks and fanfiction and stuff seems to make characters gay all the time. And I distinctly remember, like, a specific moment of suddenly going, oh, that's why, because where the fuck else are they gonna get that?
Yeah, pretty much. I am so tired of this. I am literally just using my stamina potions to get through. And yeah, that's pretty much. But on the other hand, I feel like... Oh, okay, fuck you, Rain. Now you're just doing this out of spite. And I wasted all my stamina potions.
Rip.
Rip in pieces, me.
On the plus side...
Oh, now Revali's Gale is ready. Now Revali's Gale is fucking ready. Can I even get up this Revali's Gale? I can!
That last quarter of a wing must fill up very quickly. Oh, it just fills up at once. Oh, and you get all 3 charges at once, too.
Yes, yes, I do. Alright, do you know how we're doing this?
I died many times at this tower.
It won't work because it's raining and I just wasted a bomb arrow. And I have no normal arrows. Well then, Revali, cheese it.
On the other hand, wouldn't your shock arrows be extra powerful in the rain?
Yeah, but eh.
Yeah, fair enough. I was seriously expecting you to just hit the very edge of that platform and then slip down it because it's raining and fall off.
I would have cried. I would have actually, legitimately cried. Is that what you want, Prof? Do you want me to cry?
I said expect, not hope.
Do you just want me to cry? Is that it?
I don't want you to cry, Hannah.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Please don't cry.
I mean, I do seem to have more of a habit of wailing in absolute anguish. Like earlier.
I will screech like a
Like a pterodactyl?
Yes.
Like
a pterodactyl. I can talk.
I think it really entertains me how pterodactyl screech has become like an established phrase people use, and you kind of know what they're talking about, even though no one on Earth has ever heard a pterodactyl screech.
I'm pretty sure that thing I did earlier was close.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh yeah, the rain just stopped.
Yes, it has. And I finally found the Lost Woods. So maybe next week, or maybe next stream on Wednesday, I won't do stealth mission or escort mission, but the stupid maze that no one can understand mission.
The one that takes you to the stealth escort mission?
No, I mean the, Lost Woods.
Yeah, the stealth escort mission in the Lost Woods.
Wait. That's not the Lost Woods. Oh wait, yes it is. The Great Hyrule Forest. Okay, there we go.
Whatever it's called.
Yeah.
That's definitely the one.
Alright, but it is unfortunately 9 o'clock.
Okay. I need to...
Good
So,
night.
Good
sleep
night.
anyway.
I will be uploading this in 2 parts, and I will talk to you guys later.
Alright, later.